Hello, and welcome back to another Rise of Empires Ice and Fire video with me, Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for all of your previous likes, views, comments, subscriptions, and all of that jazz. I really appreciate it. We're going to break 4,000 subs. Better be today. Make that a rule. Today, we're going to break 4,000 subs. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are just going to have a general talk today about Reign of Chaos. So this is Reign of Chaos Day 3 for me and my team in State 71, and this is Reign of Chaos Season 4. I did a video on Day 1, we were kind of getting set up, and I just want to talk about how we're kind of progressing there, etc, etc. Oh, 1 second. Okay, so one thing I have been doing, so we build our Alliance Center 1 first, and we get the defense on that perfect before we do anything else. That means that it takes us slightly longer because we do not have the capacity to take level 6 and above tiles until we build our Alliance Center 2. That means that we are slightly behind, so share this. So basically I'm just sharing that I have built a little bit of a road up until the dark green or the light green so that we can take some level 6 tiles. Anyway, so it is day 3 for us, and we have, as I just said, built Alliance Center 1, and we're still working on that at the moment. It is good. We've got about, I think it's almost 70% of our guys have placed their centers, their structures, etc, etc, and a few of them we've had to move around because they got them in the wrong places. Looking at you, Paxic. That sort of stuff. Now, I've said this many times before, we're a very relaxed alliance. Yeah, we don't kick people for, oh, you did this. We're very chilled, so we're not too stressed. You have an entire week in the warm-up for Reign of Chaos in order to get ready and build all your centers. Now, in my view, the defense of Alliance Center 1 is the most important, because if you remember rightly, in a war, their first rally point has to be placed in Band 1. Okay, and Band 1 is the desert. If we zoom out, obviously the map doesn't actually look like this. The map is more square. This is just how they kind of do it. There's not green really there. That's actually desert. But basically, Band 1 is the entire desert. So that's where they have to place their first rally point. Now that means that if you are smart with the placement of your Alliance Center 2, 3, and 4, there's no real point for them to try and get rally points there or to build a long road, etc, etc. So they're always going to have to come for your Alliance Center 1 first. My view, and the view of the Alliance, I think, has always been that the strongest defense of AC1 is all that matters. And if we can't defend AC1, then we may as well not defend anything. So that's why we only build AC1 first, and we will probably stick with this until at least after the first duel. Yes, it does suffer us some points difference, and we know that, we understand that, but the defense of AC1 is important, because if you get it right, you never have to worry. You can build AC2 and you just take place a few structures around it and then forget about it. Occasionally check it to see if anybody's building a long road there, but that rarely happens, and I'm very good at checking those things. But otherwise, all you need to focus on is the defensive here. And then, your players can go away for a couple of days and get tiles from wherever they want and all that kind of jazz. So we're not too stressed about this. The plan is, though, that I think by the weekend, maybe tomorrow or Friday, we should have got everybody into their little spaces, and then we're going to start to do the defensive tiling. Now, defensive tiling, I mentioned in an earlier video, is where we take, kind of like this. See this tile and this tile? So there's one space between each tile, and then there wouldn't be this one here. So there would be 8 empty ones around it. And then this tile, 8 empty ones around it, blah, 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 like a so, like a so. Who's this? Okay, that's LHM, that's fine, that's a friendly alliance. And then by doing that, we will cover every 2x2 and every 3x3 gap that we can find. Now, a few people are asking me, to share, the finished version of this, and I definitely will. I'm not going to say ours is the best or anything like that, but eventually, of course, we will share, what this will look like. The idea, of course, is always to defend up until at least 100 kilometers from your alliance center. Now, obviously, if you are working with other good alliances, and you can see that we can start to fill in, there's other alliances up here, there's other alliances this way, we're actually in quite a good position. There's another alliance here. There's another alliance over in the corner. So we're kind of surrounded, which makes it pretty good for us. So we don't have to go for 100 kilometers. What we probably will do is then do some work on getting our defenses out past, say, these guys here, who are another alliance sitting here. We should be able to help them with going even further out this way for them as well. But we've got a long time to do that. So in terms of other things, day 3, I've been focusing on as much as possible. Now I don't take too much resource plots to begin with. I like to move them around and update them as soon as possible. But I've been focusing as much as possible on obviously upgrading these guys, and I think I've done pretty well. I don't think I could have done this faster. Obviously, by upgrading the Coalition base camp, I'm able to take higher level tiles. So at the moment I think it's level 5, but it should be level 6 at the end of this, and we can check that always. So if I wanted to check, all I need to do is find, say, a level 5 tile. Here they come. So I just mentioned to these guys that I have a road. Lol, I did say yesterday in band that I was building the road. Cool. So these guys are desperate for level 6 tiles now, so they come out to help, which is excellent. But yeah, if I wanted to test what level tile I could take, it's very easy. Just click on it. And you can view it, and it will say here. So I could take a level 5 tile because I suffer 0% damage. Level 6, let's have a look. View, 10.41% damage. So I definitely need more loyalty in order to take that. That's going to be at least 2 more levels in my Coalition base camp, which should be achievable by probably in the next few hours. I seem to be producing and processing quite a lot. But obviously I'm also completing the other things, such as upgrading the processing center. I can't remember what it's called, the frontline workshop, and also the assault structure and the defensive structure. I can never remember what they're called, assault and garrison or something like that, because those are obviously giving me the points, those honor points that I can use for my specialities. I've been doing a lot of these as well, so filling in, occupying 15, all this kind of stuff. All of these things here will add into your season points. So if we come up here and we can see Reign of Chaos, season alliance intel, because obviously we've not been in any wars yet, so I haven't been able to attack any structures, which is another way of getting points. So the only way I've received points now is stone donation and season points, and season points are coming from taking all these tiles and completing all of those quests. Yeah, that's where you get that 301 from. But yeah, 12,176. Wow, whoa, donated 260 wow, that's a lot of stone. That's fantastic. That's a very good donation, even though Paxek has his thing in the wrong place. So I have to kick his ass and also say well done, because that's a super donation, but he just needs to move his structures into the right place. Now, in terms of this, so Alliance ranking 28. When we first built our Alliance Center, we were Alliance ranking 15, and we're dropping, and we go, oh my god, is that serious? Or what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Again, in this sort of situation, I don't stress. I do not want to be here, okay, because there's definitely no way I can beat VIP. These guys, F64, I know them. We fought some of them. Some of them have come from another one called Imp, I think. So I know those guys, and those guys will do well. But yeah, there's a lot of people here I don't necessarily want to be fighting in the first few duels. I'd rather be kind of somewhere coming with these guys, something like that. Because you remember that, you know, there is like 15, so I'd rather be kind of sitting pretty for a little while and then do a last minute dash in order to get higher. But that's just my view. In terms of other stuff in Reign of Chaos, there's not much else been happening. As I said, we're going to build our Alliance Center 2 and 3 and 4, probably on the weekend, maybe even after the first duel. If we do decide to do it, I will make a video so that you can see us doing that and how I would do it. But other than that, Reign of Chaos Day 3, this is a nice Reign of Chaos. I feel that we're all chilled. We all know exactly what we're doing. Everybody seems to be getting on with their stuff. We were able to get another point, which is fantastic, and so we're kind of midway here, and I put that point over here. So this will increase healing speed, but also decreases the cost of the Coalition base camp. I don't know if that's a good way to do it, but I think I'm going to put another 2 points in there, but I might look at putting points here for destructive power, which I think is going to be quite useful. Yeah, it might be quite useful indeed. I don't think I need any more in processing. I'm quite happy with the 3 processing queues I've got. So that means I have 4 in total, which means I always have 2 processing the materials to upgrade the coalition camp, and 2 that are processing the materials to upgrade the frontline workshop, which is really nice. Okay. So that's kind of a day 3 update, where we're at, how we're doing, and all that kind of jazz. We're in Clash of Province warm-up week, which is kind of boring as crap because you get less rewards in a warm-up week, but not doing too bad. I was able to nearly complete zone commemoration today. Where are we at? 99%. I just need to do the final one more reward, but I am lacking the courage medals for it. Yeah, cool. Other than that, guys, I'll be back with some more videos, bit more specific, but I'll try and do these kind of updates throughout the week and then throughout the coming weeks. So this is kind of be the place where you can just go, what exactly do I need? You know, general questions about Reign of Chaos, and I'll try to answer more specific questions in actual videos for that. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers. Bye.